You know what makes people uncomfortable? Not aggression, not arrogance, not someone walking into a room trying to dominate everyone. What really makes people shift in their seats is quiet, unshakable confidence. The kind that does not need to announce itself. The kind that does not chase attention. The kind that does not laugh too hard, explain too much, or beg the room to approve of its presence. Some people walk in and say almost nothing, but everyone feels them. They are not performing. They are not trying to look powerful. They are simply comfortable in themselves. And that comfort is rare, because when you stand near someone who does not need validation, it quietly exposes every part of you that still does. That is why quiet confidence feels so powerful. It does not attack anyone. It does not force anyone to respect it. It simply exists. And when something inside you is truly solid, people can feel it before you say a word. Today, you will learn how to build that kind of confidence, not fake confidence, not loud confidence, not the kind that disappears the moment someone criticizes you. Real confidence, the kind built from self-trust, calm presence, and action. Most people misunderstand confidence. They think confidence means talking more, standing out more, proving more, winning every room, and making sure everyone knows how strong they are. But that is often insecurity wearing a louder outfit. Real confidence is quieter. It does not need to keep reminding people it exists. A confident person can sit in silence without panic. They can be challenged without collapsing. They can admit a mistake without their identity falling apart. They can listen without feeling invisible. They can walk away without needing the final word. Arrogance says, "I need you to see that I am better than you." Confidence says, "I do not need to compare myself to you at all." That difference matters. Arrogance pushes people away because it feels like performance. Confidence pulls people in because it feels like peace. A truly confident person knows what they are good at. They also know what they are still learning. They do not pretend to be perfect. They do not need to, because their worth is not built on looking flawless. It is built on being honest with themselves. And that is where real confidence begins. Not in how loudly you speak, but in how deeply you trust yourself. The foundation of confidence is self-trust. And self-trust is built through one simple thing: doing what you told yourself you would do. Every time you make a promise to yourself and keep it, you make a deposit into your confidence. Every time you break that promise, you make a withdrawal. Your mind is always watching. You say you will wake up earlier. Then you do. You say you will finish the project. Then you sit down and work. You say you will stop tolerating something. Then you actually stop. These moments may look small from the outside, but inside, they are changing how you see yourself. You begin to believe your own word. And when you believe your own word, you no longer need the world to convince you that you are capable. Most people want confidence before they act. But confidence comes after action. It comes after repeated evidence. It comes after proving to yourself that you can be trusted. So start small. Keep one promise today. Not a huge promise, a real one. Something simple. Something you can actually do. Then do it. Because confidence is not built by thinking about who you want to become. It is built by becoming someone you can count on. Your body is always speaking before your mouth opens. Your shoulders, your posture, your breathing, your eye contact, your pace. All of it sends a message, not only to other people, but to your own nervous system. If you walk into a room folded in on yourself, moving fast, eyes scanning for approval, your body tells your mind, "I am not safe here." But when you stand upright, breathe deeper, and move with control, your body tells your mind something different. I can handle this. This is not about pretending. It is about training your body to stop acting like every room is a threat. Stand like you belong, not aggressively, not arrogantly, just grounded. Feet steady, shoulders relaxed, chin level, movements unhurried. You don't need to take up the whole room. You just need to stop shrinking inside it. Confidence often starts as a physical decision before it becomes an emotional state. You stand a little taller. You breathe a little slower. You stop fidgeting. And slowly, your mind begins to follow. People feel that. They may not know why. But they sense when someone is grounded. And grounded people are hard to shake. Anxiety always wants speed. It wants you to answer quickly, walk quickly, explain quickly, fix the silence quickly, prove yourself quickly. But quiet confidence moves differently. It gives itself time. A confident person does not rush every response. They pause before answering. They walk with intention. They let silence breathe. They do not treat every uncomfortable moment like an emergency. This one habit alone changes how people experience you. When you move too fast, you broadcast nervous energy. When you slow down, you communicate control. You are saying without words, I am not being chased by this moment. That does not mean being lazy. It does not mean dragging your feet. It means removing panic from your presence. Speak a little slower. Answer after one breath. Walk into the room like you are not late to be accepted. Let your movements become clean. Let your reactions become measured. The room does not need to control your nervous system. You can control your nervous system inside the room. That is quiet power, not domination, regulation. And the person who can regulate themselves when others are rushing will always feel stronger than the person trying to prove they are strong. Most people wait for confidence before they take action. They wait to feel ready. They wait until the fear disappears. They wait until they have more experience, more approval, more certainty, more proof. But that moment rarely comes. Confidence is not the starting point. Confidence is the result. You become confident by doing the thing while your hands still shake. You make the call. You start the project. You enter the room. You have the conversation. You take the first uncomfortable step. Then you survive it. And your brain learns something important. This did not break me. That is how confidence grows. Not through fantasy, through evidence. Every uncomfortable action you survive becomes proof. Proof that uncertainty is not danger. Proof that fear is not a command. Proof that you are more capable than your old nervous system believed. Your self-doubt is not always truth. Sometimes it is just outdated protection, a part of you trying to keep you safe from a life you have already outgrown. So stop waiting to feel fearless. You do not need fearless. You need one honest step. Action creates confidence. And the people who seem unshakable are usually the ones who kept moving before they felt ready. The more you need approval, the more power you hand away. Every reaction becomes a vote on your worth. Every raised eyebrow becomes a threat. Every silence feels like rejection. Every criticism feels like collapse. That is not confidence. That is emotional dependence. Quiet confidence begins when you stop asking the world to confirm what you should already be building inside yourself. You can still care what people think. You can still listen. You can still learn. But you cannot make approval your oxygen. Because the moment you need everyone to understand you before you move, your life stops belonging to you. Confident people do not explain every decision to people who have not earned that access. They do not justify every boundary. They do not perform every version of themselves to stay liked. They know approval is unstable. Some people will support you when you are small, then resent you when you grow. Some will clap when you struggle, then go silent when you rise. If your confidence depends on their reaction, you will never feel free. So take your power back. Let your self-worth become non-negotiable. You do not need to prove yourself to everyone. You need to stop abandoning yourself for people who were never going to approve of the real you anyway, acting before you feel ready, and refusing to trade your self-worth for approval. When you build that foundation, something changes. You stop apologizing for taking up space. You stop performing for rooms that were never yours to impress. You stop shrinking around people who only felt comfortable when you doubted yourself, and your presence begins to speak before you do. Some people will be inspired by it. Some people will be uncomfortable with it. Both reactions tell you the same thing. You have built something real, confidence so solid that it changes the energy of every space you enter. So start today. Keep one promise to yourself. Stand a little taller. Move a little slower. Take one action before you feel ready. And stop negotiating your worth with people who cannot give it to you. Real confidence is not loud. It is not performative. It is not desperate to be seen. It is quiet, grounded, unshakable. And once it is built inside you, no room, no person, and no opinion can take it away. If this message spoke to something you have been working on inside yourself, leave a simple comment below. Quiet confidence, not for me, for yourself, as a reminder of the person you are becoming. And if you are building that kind of confidence one day at a time, subscribe and stay with us. Because the next video will explore another silent habit that changes the way people see you, and more importantly, the way you see yourself. Until then, stay grounded, stay calm, and keep becoming the person you can trust.